Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Felty Palette. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to continue working on this wool painting of Buster the dog. I've gone ahead and selected the colors that I think that I'm going to need to do the bulk of his head here. He's very golden yellows. So I've got, I'm not even sure the names of most of these colors anymore, but there's this bright, so it's a golden yellow that's going to be the bulk of his head. I've got it's a little bit lighter yellowy orange color for some highlights. Here's an even lighter one, very, very pale yellow. Again for highlights. These are some of the tans and browns that I was using for his nose and around his eyes. So we'll continue with them for some of the shadows. I think this is becoming one of my favorite colors. This is truffle. It's very nice. It's just it's a warm gray. I've got a couple of reds here that I think might show well in some of the shadows on his forehead and near his ears. His ears are actually a darker brown color, so I'm not going to worry about them today. And then I've got some greens, which I actually really like using in the shadow areas in the golds. So I'm just going to move my colors aside and we'll get started. I'm going to start just by taking some of my golden color. I'm going to mix it with this warm brown. Just mixing these colors together. It's a little bit toned down yellow. Okay, I'm just going to start by filling in between his creases, his wrinkly forehead here. There's quite a bit of shading between the dark nose and the golden. It looks like it kind of goes through some pale colors. So I'm going to have to put that transition in. So it's interesting, his wrinkles, they're dark, but they have a gradient, kind of almost go redder over here and right in here. And I can't just have them on the edge of the golden. I have to kind of fade in between them to make it look like a wrinkle and not just a dark line on his face. So this one, I'm going to start bringing in some of this paler yellow to come into here. I think that'll work to start with. I almost feel like I need a little bit of truffle in there too, actually. I'm going to do that right now. Just to tone the yellow down a little bit more. So it becomes a very warm gray. There we go. Not even gray. Very, I don't know color names. It's a pretty Pretty color anyway. So now I need to start blending in between the nose. There we go. And right around his eye it stays dark, so I have to make sure not to get too much of my yellow into there. Same with around this eye. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of this orangey color. I want to start putting some more of this on his wrinkle here. It's interesting. So I'm going to have to bring something else into the shadow here, and my gut says to put a green, but that's not what I'm seeing in the image. This is too rich. This is too bright. Let me tone this down with a small amount of chocolate. It's just a tiny little fluff. So we're just, it looks like this part here needs to have some defined shape. So I'm putting in this lower shadow on the wrinkle here. Yeah, I think that works. It feels counterintuitive right now. It feels like it's not the right thing to do, but I'm gonna put green because something is telling me to try it. And this is just an olive green. Yeah, that was the right thing to do, is put a little bit of green in there. Sometimes I'm not very good at seeing the color on the screen. Like, I don't see green in my reference photo. And yet, I put the green on and it feels like the right thing to have done, so it worked. But I can't tell you why, because I don't really know. So, I don't like this transition here. I'm going to start by putting just a little bit of this pale yellow without mixing it with anything. Just along here. I need to fix this edge along here. Just the edge of his nose. Okay, that's all right. This transition here needs to be improved. I feel like I need to bring this color up here. I might have some of that left over. I'm going to start with, I think this is a truffle mix, which I'm just bringing it up, and then I'm going to cover it over with some yellow, something warm. Just to blend it all together. So now, this is a little bit more of the yellow golden mix. Before I do that, I want to fill in this side of the wrinkle, because they're going to need to be kind of even to a degree. It's easier to make them even if I do them at the same time. So before I cover that with my pale, I'm going to just tone it down a bit with the gray truffle mix. And now we're going to warm it back up with some of this yellow. Take a little bit of this, I think this is toffee. Put a little bit of that on the top here. Okay, so this is a little bit of that maroon and chocolate mix. I'm going to put a little bit more chocolate in here. And a little bit of this golden. This is going to be for the shadows and the wrinkle. And I'm going to put a little bit of this green. I like that mix. Very dynamic. Okay, take a small amount of it. Okay, that's not bad. Still feel like this needs to be lightened up some more. Do I want to use this? Yeah, I think so. This is just a scrap piece. The pale, I think it's a pale yellow. I got some kind of a clump happening here. We don't want any clumps. Okay, so his eye it's quite a bit darker around here, but I don't think I'm ready to actually put the dark colors on yet. I'm going to put a tiny little bit of just a wisp of chocolate over the top of his nose here. Haven't done this piece here. It looks like it's a very pale. Yeah, it's really just pale like this. I'm gonna just block it in and then we'll adjust from there. Yeah, it looks way too light on its own. We're gonna have to adjust it, but we'll just get the basic shape in place so we can work with that. Kind of losing some of the eye detail there. He looks so funny with a little pale patch there. Okay, so we need to mix this, I think, with truffle. So I'm gonna put this on along the edge. And I'm actually gonna start laying it over top of the darker edge that we have to begin blending them in. They will have It does have a pretty strong edge of color there, but I need to blend them in better. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so that's getting better. So I need a bit of a darker golden gray to go along here and blend more into this. So I think I'll take this last bit of truffle, a little bit of this golden color, a little bit much. And whatever this mix is, I want some of that in there too. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this in and see what it looks like and then decide from there whether it's one I want to continue with or adjust further. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I need to keep that hard edge from, I don't even know what that hard edge is from exactly. Blending that in. Now up here, this needs to stay fairly light. You know what? I've got too much of this. Take that off. That's working out. But I need a small amount more. There we go. So now his nose, I need to just fix this shape here. And this is from yesterday's colors, which I don't think I have. Maybe I do. That'll work. Okay, just a tiny bit of this. And chocolate, I think. All right. All right, there we go. That's a bit dark, but we'll come back and adjust it once we have some more, because I think we're going to have to blend a little bit in and darken this. But I want to keep working up on his forehead some more. Tiny bit of whatever this color is. So we're just blending these. Could not even tell you what these colors are at this point. I've blended so many different colors. but I hate wasting things, so whenever I have just a tiny little piece left, I blend it in. Use it with something else. Nothing gets wasted. Okay. So just gonna start getting this ridge above his eye. A little darker than I want, but that's all right. We'll lighten it up afterwards. This is working out. So now I'm going to take the rest of this and just fill out above his head. I think I'll get this bit above his eye here. Actually, I wish I had more of this because it's kind of a good base for a lot of different spots on his head here. Right. Oh, look at his face starting to come in now. I think I'm going to take the rest of this. I was going to put it up here, but I really like this base and I want to just start spreading it in down here. There we go. I'm going to, yeah, I wish I had way more of this. This is a really nice blend. That's all right, it'll make a good base here and I'll build on top of it. So I was going to do a base with this golden color, but I think Cookie's going to make a much better base to build up with and then put the golden on top. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm not going to overlap too much into this lip yet, since this is just going to be the base that I'm putting in. Since this is just my base, I'm going to not worry too much about overlapping, because that's what we'll do with the golden and all the other colors that we bring in. We just want to establish something to work on top of. I may not even do the whole head based in this color. I might just do around here. That's not bad. Start putting in some of this golden color over top here. So I need to put something darker in here, but it still has to be warm and brown. Not that. Not that. Maybe a little bit of this. A little bit of this with some chocolate. Just a few hairs. There we go. And now I need to decide what I feel like I want to use a little bit of this pale, but it's too pale. That's the oh, that goes with that. Mix it with some of this golden color and see how this looks. It's a funny transition. So I'm just going to lay out some of these just over the transition line. Okay, that'll work. So I don't like that yet. I might need to bring some of the colors from yesterday back over top, but I don't have any of them mixed anymore. All right, I think this will work. I'm totally gonna have to come back over some of the dark part of his nose, which makes me sad because I just love that nose. There we go. That's better. There's a lot of colors mixed in here right now. Why is it that I'm never happy with a painting at these early stages? At least his lower lip here is looking pretty good. It's coming together. Beginning to wonder if maybe putting Cookie down was not the best choice to start with. Okay, I don't mind that to start with. I'm going to try mixing some of this golden color with some Cookie. I need maybe some of this one. Okay, I'm just going to mix these all together and see what we get. Kind of feel like I want to bring my carders out for this piece, even though it's so small. I think this is a better color to start with. the shadow along here. So I'm going to start when I glance over to look at the video output on this puppy dog just looks so beautiful. I mean, I'm looking at him too, but there's something about looking it at the screen makes it just come to life. That's starting to look nicer. The golden colors coming through. One of the things that I gotta be careful about making sure of is you can see the direction the fiber goes in, and I want to try and keep that going in the same direction as the hairs, as the coat on the dog. Because if you start, letting some streaks going all over the place, you get a weird effect. Now, that's not to say that they have to all be straight. You can muss them up a little bit, which makes it easier to felt in. Just not extreme. I think that's fixing that pale color. I'll use my double needle for a minute here. And again, I don't think I have enough of this color. I never quite make enough when I mix. I have to remember that. I'm so worried about wasting colors that I end up having the opposite problem where I just don't use enough. Need to make sure to follow this line here. Definitely didn't make enough. Probably shouldn't have started up here when I'm not even sure if I have enough to fill this gap. Just going to try and fill this shape in as best as I can with the piece that I have left. It's too thin to really go very far, but it's a base, and we will adjust. I think this will work. Blend these together. I didn't bring any of the darker color into this one, because this doesn't have as much may not be as much as I need, but we'll start with this. Okay, it's not bad to fill it in. I'll felt these in a little bit better after I get this base thick enough on here. Not that it has to be thick, but it has to be just enough to cover the linen so we don't see it through. So while I've got a little bit of this left here, I'm going to put this mix on just the inside here. And I'm doing that because it's similar enough color to the already established color there, and it's just enough to get this area. And I want them to be consistent for a base to build up on. Okay, now I'm debating if I want to try and fill in here and then start the shading. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Some more of this golden color, more of this, what is that, cookie, I think? Now his forehead does get more browns, but also some reds. The greens are more in the shadows here, and the reds are more in the shadows up here. Okay. Just keep filling in the base here. So I'm going to end up losing some of these detail lines here as I fill this in, but that is okay because I do have my second copy of the sketch printed beside me. Here's a reference. There we go. I need to make sure that this comes up like this, which means because the eye ended up going past my sketch line, I'm going to have to go past my sketch line for this edge and into the ear a little bit, but that's all right. Want to get this a little thicker on here. I can see the canvas underneath. No, I feel like I still need to come out further. At least here. I think that's looking a little bit better. I try to sit as straight towards my image as I can so that I don't get any distortion, but sometimes you still end up with a little bit of distortion. I'm just going to stand up and look at it for a minute. Okay. Okay, let's see. This wrinkle comes up to here. Yeah, there we go. I keep trying to go up here, and then I remember my lesson from over here, so I'm coming back. I'm going to go down here and work my way up. Yeah, of course I didn't have enough. But before I run out, this time I'm going to pre-mix what's left to blend the color a little bit better. And again, I've run out of this color. But, oh, I was going to say it gets darker over here, but it does get darker over here, not over here. So I still need enough color over top. This isn't coffee. Or is it coffee? No, I don't think it is. It's all right. It's just a slightly different color, but it gets lighter there anyway. Now, I didn't want to do his ears today, but the ear does need to go over, like his here needs to overlap over the ears, so I kind of feel like maybe I should go in and do the ears as well. Okay, I think that this is a good place to stop for today. I've made a lot of progress laying the base layer of golden and yellow for his head. Next day, I'm going to work on the details of his ears, and then we'll bring it all together. So thanks for sitting with me today, and we'll see you next time. Bye!